The family scapegoat will do absolutely everything in their power to avoid feeling or expressing their own anger. These individuals are shoving it down all the time because they were raised to believe that their anger was not okay, that their anger was pathological, and that if they expressed anger, they would lose out on love, approval, connection from their families. So, what ends up happening is that they continue this pattern in adulthood. They try really hard to people please, to be what other people want them to be, to never feel their own anger and to never express it, but then it eventually explodes out of them. And the messages they got in childhood tend to be reinforced that their anger is scary, that their anger is worse somehow than other people's anger, that they are bad or wrong for feeling anger. And that can feel so unbelievably painful, and it can feel like this absolute rejection of any sort of negative emotions that they experience because they grew up with all of their emotions being pathologized. Because being the family scapegoat means constantly being told that your feelings are wrong and that your reactions are the problem and that it is your fault that people treat you poorly. Now, a lot of the family scapegoats who come into my office are people who have been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and most of them also have complex PTSD. They're generally very, very nice people, but understandably, they are very, very afraid of abandonment. They're hypersensitive to rejection. And a lot of times, because they try so hard to shove their anger down, it comes out in ways that feel explosive or surprising or inappropriate to other people. Now, healing from this can be a complex process with a lot of different parts, but I think that one of the most important things is learning to accept that angry part of yourself and to stop rejecting it and pushing it away. Because anger is normal and it's self-protective. And when we are able to acknowledge it and feel it without fear of being rejected for it or fear of it completely overwhelming us, we are better able to control it, and we are able to use it in a way that it is meant to be used for self-protection, to advocate for ourselves. The core of who you are is not anger. You're not just this rageful, inappropriate person. You've been scapegoated and you've been taught some very confusing things about anger. If this sounds like you, please reach out to a therapist who is knowledgeable about complex childhood trauma and scapegoat dynamics in families.